People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Welcome to Jamaica Dancehall Source, your source for dancehall and our entertainment and news. Now, people, it seems as if Jamaican authority, U.S. authority, have located the original John Doe. As a matter of fact, the last case that he had in the United States the other day, when he was asked what is his name, he told them, only God he knows. Now, people, I am speaking about a career criminal, a career deportee, and his name is, one of his OC, aka, is Freddie Davis. Freddie Davis was presently found guilty in the federal court for obstructing his deportation on 3 different occasions. In 1985, Immigration Customs, they got a win of this man. He was leaving from Jamaica, coming to the United States in Miami. He was busted with fraudulent documents, meaning United States passport in somebody else's name. However, he did not have the proper accent. He did not have the proper explanation. He was given voluntary departure. So he left 1985. 1 month later, under the name Joseph Gordon, he tried to enter United States again, 1985. He had a Bahamian passport and he said that his name is Joseph Gordon. However, people, it did not work, and once again, he was deported back to Jamaica. Fast forward 3 years later, after doing a prison sentence in Dallas, Texas to be specific. This man came into the highlights of the immigration once again. When he was asked, "What is your name, sir? What do they call you? What is your OC? What is your AKA? Where are you from?" He claimed that his name is Joseph Gordon. He was born in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Island, which is like United States, CMDAMN thing. However, he remembered that, listen, that name that I use, I also said that I am from the Bahamas back in 1985, so therefore, him change him tune once again. People, it seems as if this man don't know his identity. It seems as if the U.S. immigration, nobody in Jamaica knew his identity. They were dazed and confused. However, people, it seems as if he was deported. Back in 2018, this man again coming through Florida after doing a prison bid. He was asked, "What is your name, sir?" He claimed that his name is Ricardo Jones. Now, people, this man has been in the system, the US system, since 2018 once again. In 2019, US ICE and the Jamaican Authority, they had several meetings and they tried to ascertain what is this man's name. To no avail. He has been in the system from 2019. As a matter of fact, the Jamaican Authority, they went up to where he was and they did an interview, and people, he refused. He refused to give them information as to where he is from, where he is supposed to be deported to, because people, unless Jamaican Authority can verify or validate that this man is indeed from Jamaica, then therefore it is a stalemate. They are not going to accept him, and the US cannot deport him. Now, people, in the latest case, he was asked by the ICE immigration, "Sir, we need this information so that we can move forward. What is your name?" And this was his answer: "Only God he knows." Now, people, this man was charged the other day. He was convicted 3 counts of obstructing his deportation. He is to be sentenced on the 16th of May 2022. He is facing a maximum of 4 years for each count. So therefore, 4 times 3, basic maths, 12 years. Now, people, it seems as if some people are what we call career criminals. It seems as it does not seem, it is a fact. A lot of Jamaicans leave from Jamaica and go to the United States, especially when they are involved in criminal activity. When they don't have any sorts of education, any sorts of skill, any sorts of formal training for any sorts of job. They would rather to do time in the US jail than to go back to Jamaica and face a very harsh reality. And people, it is, I would assume that if you leave from a place that you've been, this man has been back and forth from 1985, so therefore I would assume that he was there before that when he was deported his first time in 1985. So people, 1985, him try once, him fail. Him try a second time, him fail. 1988, after doing a bid, him get deported, or he was to be deported once again. So that is his third strike. 2018, after doing time in a Florida jail, he was to be deported once again. However, people, like me say, he is stalling the system. He is making the system have a stalemate. So therefore, they cannot move him. However, people, when you think that he is going to outsmart the authority, remember, you can't just hold people and don't give them any sorts of charge. So therefore, because the US Immigration, ICE, Border Patrol, them realize that this man a try use him head, what they did, they charge him for obstructing his deportation. So therefore, now they have reasons to keep him 12 years or so. And people, we should assume that he is going to get the maximum because he was deported before 1985. Him come back 1988. Him dep on a charge, some sort of crime, some sort of criminal offense. 2018 again, the same old thing. So therefore, this man is going to be lucky if they don't charge him as some sort of career criminal. He is going to be lucky if he does not get the maximum sentence. And people, at the end of the day, this is exactly what is going to happen. If he thinks in his deluded mind that this authority in America is going to let him back out because he refused to tell them where he is from, which is Jamaica. If he thinks that he is going to beat the system, he is going to have a very sad surprise. He is going to get a reality check that he's going to realize that, listen, rotted, but they are locked up for 12 years, 10 years, 8 years, whatever the case is, whatever he gets sentenced on the 16th of May. However, people, this is how America is. They would rather to spend taxpayers' money, millions of dollars on you and have you locked up for multiple decades other than for you to have one free day upon the street. So therefore, if you want to play hardball, they are going to play hardball even harder than you. So people, at the end of the day, we should not be sorry for this man. At the end of the day, he tried. We have to give him credit. He is persistent. He is like a plague. He is like a passat. He is like a ticks in the US immigration system. So therefore, them realize, all right, we catch one of these. He refused to go back home, and every time that he comes back, he is doing some sort of criminal activity. So therefore, how is it that we're going to give this man a second or a third or a fourth chance when we realize that he is a royal FUCK up? If you give him a million chance, he is going to violate 1 million times. So people, at the end of the day, this just shows you that you have some Jamaicans, they would rather to do time in the US prison system than to come to Jamaica and face a harsh reality. However, people, sometimes people have criminal mind, and that is how they think. They think me I talk about backwards, point blank and period. Now people, the sad thing about this whole thing is that when we think that this is an isolated situation, there are many Jamaicans that live overseas that been there for a very long time that would rather to spend time in the prison system, that would rather to lose them life trying to go back to America, meaning on some sort of boat, going through the Bahamas, Bimini, Florida, and then go all over United States, than to come back to Jamaica. Because people like me say, unless you are prepared, unless you have any sorts of skills, there is no help, there is no sorts of assistance for no sorts of deportee when them come back to Jamaica. And as a matter of fact, people are going to look down on them, and people like them say, they would rather to die like a man than basically come to Jamaica and live like a dog. And people, I have even heard instances in where people, them lose them life and go through the Bahamas on some sort of boats. I have heard and had conversation with people that know people where tell them, say, listen, I would rather to go back to United States and them people, me talk about immigration, run me down and shot me in my back, shot me in my head, than live at Jamaica or stay at Jamaica. People, that is very sad. However, it is the sad reality, point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.